Charles.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Movie Libs. If you've never seen us before, we are a show that takes scenes from famous or sometimes not so famous movies. We pull words out of those scenes, and then you all give us new words to plug into those scenes, thus making a whole new scene that we reenact live for your entertainment. Tonight, we have a very fun theme for you. It is our board game night. Did you know that there have been at least 5 movies about board games that have been made?
Maybe only 5.
Maybe very close to exactly 5 movie options that we had to pick from. So don't be guessing what's coming because it might be desperately obvious. Anyways, we have a great cast for you. Let's take a look at their beautiful faces. Oh, we got Marco and Adrian in piss yellow down there at the bottom. Hello.
I said it before we started. She didn't just call us that. Out of nowhere, right out the gate, Coreen's like, "You guys look like crap." Anyway, moving on.
I like how Marco makes me look like less of a jerk when I just
the sallow yellow color actually looks better for my complexion than my normal ghost white. So
yeah, these don't help, right? They're just so white. I gotta get different lights.
We're definitely not getting a bunch of guesses about what board game movies are in the comments.
They're probably all completely correct.
Yeah.
For you win. Marco, Adrian, what is your favorite board game?
We just got rid of a bunch. What is your favorite board game?
Probably, you mean besides chess?
Oh, nerd.
I like Sequence a lot.
Mm.
And and Dizzy Dizzy Dinosaur and Shark Attack.
Nice.
Those are children's games. I still own them.
Hey.
My Dizzy Dizzy Dinosaur doesn't work anymore though, so it's kind of sad because you have to wind him up and then he would knock over the caveman.
He's not dizzy anymore?
He's not dizzy. You can wind him and he'll just make a noise, but he doesn't go anywhere. It's tragic. But
He was made in 1990 or something.
Or 1980 something. I still have it.
Has a functional Dizzy Dizzy Dinosaur that they don't need anymore.
Nail it. I'll never get rid of the old one though, because that would be disrespectful.
Oh, you can't.
Served his time.
Marco, do you have a favorite board game?
I want to say as a kid I liked Stratego a lot, which I enjoyed at school. I've never played Mousetrap. I think we did play it once.
We played it once.
It was bullshit. It was lame because it's for children, and I played it as an adult. But as a kid, that was the one that had the ad where you're like, I desperately want to play this game.
I enjoyed that game as a child, but yeah, playing it as an adult, it's not the same.
Oh, what's the one with the Asian lady on the
Mastermind?
Yes, okay. That's the only way I remember because it's got a guy and he has an Asian lady with her who's like his confidant, and I'm like, this is an interesting design. Mastermind, that one's really fun as an adult.
If you buy Mastermind in stores, because I just saw it at Target the other day, there's no more Asian lady.
It doesn't have an Asian lady or
an old white guy.
Yeah, an old boy. Yeah.
Wow, unprofiled Mastermind. That's nice. Tina, how's it going? Do you have a favorite board game?
Sorry, I got a little. Probably if I had to pick one, I would probably pick Clue. Cause classic.
Who's your character of choice?
Who's my character? I usually went with Miss Scarlet just because red was my favorite color growing up. But I would also go with Peacock because Peacock blue is another favorite color currently as an adult. It was never about the character themselves. Like, Miss Scarlet was kind of a hussy, so it surely wasn't that when I was 10.
I always liked Miss Scarlet.
She just looked fancy.
Yeah,
she had that long cigarette thing back in the day. I don't know. It probably doesn't have that anymore either.
They don't look anything like the old characters that they were. And there's a new person in it, if I remember.
Yeah, they got rid of an old character.
Added some different ones. And then it's based on the British game Cluedo. And they had different characters in that game too when it came in. But I think that's probably it. I used to really like Life growing up.
Oh yeah.
A lot with my grandma. My brother and I and my mom used to play back in the day. For those of you who are old, there was a game called Payday. And it was like getting through the month and getting your paycheck. It was very weird. And then there's another game. I want to say it was called Stop Thief.
Oh.
I don't remember, but it was like this game where you had to track down a thief, and there was like this electronic gadget, and you were the detectives, and it was a board game with the squares that would lead you places, and you would hit something on this mechanism and it would like make the sound of him like running and taking a certain number of steps and like breaking glass. And so based on what you heard, you had to try to track on the board where he was going.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of cool. I have to find that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I'm just going to go with one game that I enjoy playing as an adult that I've turned into a drinking game and highly recommend. And that's Sorry. And anytime you force someone to move positions, like even just a little bit, like if you're one step ahead of them and you change places with them, they have to drink.
Oh,
and it's lots of fun.
That's
I think I
great.
had that game, and I'd
Sorry's
never
great.
played it forever.
Yeah.
We used to play that.
Also, my friend, she renamed it Super Bitch, and so instead of sending people home, she would super bitch people, and she just aggressively flings their pieces off of the board. It gets real aggressive. Anyways, hi, Dana. Thanks for being here.
Hello.
Hello, Dana.
Hi.
What's Dana's favorite board game?
Well, historically, I feel like historically it's always been Clue, but in the last year I've been introduced to a board game called Dead of Winter, where you gotta like be survivors in the zombie apocalypse and like fight zombies and collect shit, and it's really cool. And I should probably just buy my own copy. But
Everybody comment your favorite board games so we can check out the list later and see what people love. Yeah. Okay, well, so if you haven't seen our show before, again, what we do for our first scene is we ask you for the words ahead of time. People freaking killed it this week, gave us lots of words. I loved it so much. It made me happy in my heart. And so we've already got words put in there like kazoos, walk-in closet, Fortnite, staticky, stuff like that you've given us. And we're going to use those in our first scene. For our later scenes, you will be able to provide us the words live during the show. So let's go ahead and get started. As soon as my scene description comes up. All right, first up is 1995's Jumanji. Unlike the other movies on this list, this movie is about a board game, technically inspired a board game to be created rather than a board game that was inspired a movie. But there weren't a ton of board game movies to choose from, so we're going to allow it. The plot of this movie is a magical board game unleashes a world of adventure into a damn, I forgot to delete a part of it. While exploring an old mansion, two kids, siblings Peter and Judy, find a curious jungle-themed game called Jumanji in the attic. When they start playing, a world of magic is unleashed and they unintentionally free Alan Parrish, played by Robin Williams. Alan has been stuck in the game's inner world for 26 years. If they win Jumanji, the kids can free Alan for good, but that means braving giant bugs, ill-mannered monkeys, and even stampeding rhinos. In our scene, Alan and the kids need to find Sarah, the little girl Alan was playing Jumanji with when he vanished into the game. However, Sarah has spent the last 26 years struggling to deal with the emotional toll Alan's disappearance has taken on her psyche. However, Alan and the kids must enlist her help in order to finish the game. So they got a predicament there. And also, a peek behind the curtain, I copy-paste these from Rotten Tomatoes, and I forgot to delete a whole sentence out of this. So there we go. And if people are ready, we can start.
I was going to pretend I was behind a door and it didn't work.
Yeah, it happens. And action.
Sarah.
No, I don't go by that name anymore.
Sarah Whittle.
What do you want?
26 years ago, you played a game with a little boy down the street. A game with kazoos.
How do you know that?
I was that little boy, Sarah.
Alan?
Cut to inside. Leave a message and the doctor will call you back at his earliest convenience. Beep.
Dr. Borstein? Sarah Whittle calling? Listen, if you could call me back as soon as you can, I think I need to have my dosage checked. That event that we've been discussing for a long time now, the one that didn't really happen. Oh, boy, I am having an episode here today with the little boy that didn't really disappear. I'm sitting in his walk-in closet. drinking a Baja Blast. If you could call me, I'd really be interested in your interpretation. Thank you so much. He'll call me in a fortnight.
While we're waiting, here's the board game.
Call me my biscuit! Call me a biscuit!
Sarah.
Call me a biscuit! What?
Sarah.
No.
Sarah, please.
No, I spent over 73 days in therapy convincing myself that doesn't exist, okay? What happened to you was so staticky, okay? I made up that whole thing.
Sarah, it was staticky. It really was.
Am I a few brain cells short of an amoeba?
It was real. Real.
No. It was not real, Alan, okay? Your father shot you with a bow and arrows and chopped you up in little pieces.
Sarah, come on. My dad did that. My father could barely sunbathe, let alone cut me into little pieces. 26 years ago, we started playing a slimy game, and now we're all going to sit down and we're going to finish it. And guess what? Your turn.
And scene.
He whispers the whole thing like a serial killer.
No.
Great
That whole
job.
scene is so creepy in the movie.
It is
Like
incredibly
with
creepy.
no context, they just kidnap that woman
Yeah.
and scare her, and she spent her whole life recovering from the fact that this little boy disappeared, and it's played for laughs.
I couldn't believe how poorly rated that movie is and Hook, because those are childhood staples of my life. I'm like, how are those bad rated movies? I don't allow it.
Oh, see, those are two. Yeah, like there's like it's like 2 or 3 years or something earlier. Whenever you couldn't watch a movie, those ones are the ones that are awesome. So I watched a bunch of movies that came out in the late '80s, and Hook and Jumanji were always terrible.
Oh no.
The same thing with The Sandlot. Like I don't like any of these movies.
I love them all.
Yeah,
She's just
Adrian
that
and
much
I
younger.
are very
Yeah.
close to the same age.
Those are all great movies.
I think I
Yeah.
saw
The
Sandlot
worst.
in high school, so I was kind of like, it's cute.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good solid baseball movie. That was when baseball movies were baseball movies.
That was the cutest of the three of those. Jumanji was always terrible.
I just remember I was disappointed because I liked the book more.
Of Jumanji?
Uh-huh.
There was a book? I didn't even know that.
Yes.
There's a book of The Sandlot as well.
I didn't know
Oh,
that either.
I didn't know that.
I don't know that.
Is
Check
there
them
a
out.
book of
Yeah.
Hook? Yes.
It's called Peter Pan.
Fun fact, libs. Here we are.
Hook
Now
is
it's
terrible.
time where everybody can put in the words for our next scene. If you haven't already started doing that, you can give us things like you type object and then you say bowling ball, and then we know you're giving us a bowling ball. And we
I
can
just
plug
remember.
into our- Go ahead, Marco. What
I
would
was
you like
just gonna say. I just remember in Hook that one guy dies. He gets stabbed, the Rufio kid. But
Mm.
and then like people die in that movie a whole lot, but they make guns that shoot chicken eggs
Yeah.
and paint. I was like, why is there like kid crap in this movie with murder?
Marco has talked
As a
to me
child, I was
at
like,
length. He will just randomly bring up this movie and how much he hates it.
it's fine. I don't really care.
There you, Marco. And Rufio, he was a king. Rufio was the best.
Rufio is the best.
He was in some commercial not too long ago. I was like, that's Rufio.
Right?
Justin Guarini last week.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is he a Dr. Pepper commercial?
No, I don't remember what it was.
You're the Sprite guy. Just
Yeah,
kidding.
maybe.
There is some thing.
All right, what are we getting, Dana?
Got some words rolling in.
Let's do it.
Okay, so we have adjective boring.
Not us, I hope. Oh my.
No.
I know we talked about board games for 20 minutes, but
Let's see. We got term for girl, lass.
Young lass.
A negative adjective, sordid.
I'm gonna call my daughter's that. Be like, you young lasses, get out and play in the rain.
Fake name, BB Van Blubber. Love it. Okay.
I put things in the wrong spot. I'm not starting off right. I'm already putting things in the wrong spot. Anyways, carry on, Dana.
Term for girl, chica or gal. Thing to cut, cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Or fabric. You can also cut that. Adjective, tedious. Negative adjective, fake. Object, a sun catcher. An object, a bomb.
Every word.
What?
I have to go to every word, apparently.
Positive adjective, ethereal.
Ethereal?
Ethereal, there we go. Thing you do to someone, help them tie their tie.
Aw, so kind.
I need help with that because I don't know how to do that.
I have a tie that I never untie because I can't tie it back.
I think the last one I had Charlie tie it for me. Like
Probably.
before a show. I was like, Charlie, tie this tie. I know you know how to do it.
Thing you do to someone, tickle. Or give them craptastic advice.
You can tickle anyone. Like the mall Santa.
Way to hurt
Right when you
someone.
sit on his lap.
Steal all their left shoes.
Well, that's just
silly way to say dead, 6 feet under. Charlie says, anytime, Marco, about tying your tie.
Turn it. I don't know how to. Get on YouTube's.
I did do that. That was how I did it before, but I was really bad at it.
Okay,
Marco's
Coreen.
going to slowly lure Charlie to shows by being like, I don't need you to be in the show. I just
Yeah,
need you to
just need you to tie my tie.
I need a wardrobe mistress.
Yeah, because it comes up so often for me where I'm wearing a tie.
It does at Movie Libs.
Okay, great. What are we looking for?
I need a positive adjective. That's it.
Okay, positive adjective. Oh, if I spelled positive right, I'd be able to search better. Because Missy said ethereal.
That'll work.
That's positive.
Okie dokie. I think we are ready. Let me put on my wig and then I'll talk to you about this movie. Oh no. Problem, guys.
There you
It
go.
is snagged on my hair. Oh no. Anyway.
I'm not laughing at you.
Yes, you are, Margo. No. They put like these weird bra hooks like in the wigs.
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
yeah. Oh, Janet. Well, I'm going to keep trying to fix this while I read our thing. So next up is 2014's very poorly rated Ouija, inspired by the Ouija board, also known as a spirit board or talking board. The Ouija is a flat board marked with the letters of the alphabet, the numbers 0 through 1, and the words yes or no. It uses a small heart-shaped piece of wood or plastic as a movable indicator to spell out words or messages during a seance. Charlie, if you are hearing this, please come help me with my wig. Participants place their fingers on a piece of wood and it is moved about the board to spell out words. Ouija is a trademark of Hasbro and its origins might go as far back as, I got it. Oh, thank God. See, there's these stupid little bra clasps on it so you can tighten the band of the, I don't know. Anyways, nobody cares. Sorry. I'm saved now. You don't need to save me. Except I put it on wrong. Oh my God. I'm so sorry, everybody watching this. The plot. Okay, so now for the horror movie version. Following the sudden death of her best friend, Lane finds an antique Ouija board in her friend's room and tries to use it to say goodbye. But instead, oh my God. It's a comedy of errors with this stupid wig. But instead, she makes contact with a spirit that calls itself DZ. Strange events begin to occur, and Lane enlists others to help her determine DZ's identity and what that spirit wants. As the friends delve deeper, they find that Debbie's mysterious death was not unique and that they will suffer the same fate unless they learn how to close the portal that they've opened. Now, in our scene, the identity of the spirit, they figured out that it was a little girl who went missing, and this girl's mother was suspected in her disappearance. They visit the girl's sister, who's now a grown lady, and she's committed to a psychiatric hospital. The sister convinces Lane to find the body of the little girl and unstitch the girl's mouth. That's Wikipedia tells me, everyone. They follow the instructions despite the protests from the girl's mother's spirit. They do what they were told to do. And then in this scene, Lane is confronting the sister and realizing that, maybe the little girl was the evil entity all along and not the mother that they thought it was. So let me change my background now that this wig has been put on my head. It's not even the right color. Okay, and let's do it. Miss Sander?
Oh, my boring little niece.
I did everything you said. We found the sun catcher. I cut the cheese. She sent Mother away, but it didn't work. Why didn't it work? Mother must have come back because my friend, BB Van Blubber, is 6 feet under.
She's free.
You lied to me. Your mother didn't try to steal all their left shoes to us. She tried to stop us. Your mother wasn't the one that was evil. It was...
I told her that I would help her. I heard the voices too. They tell you the most ethereal, sordid things. You're gonna hear them too, little lass. You'll hear them soon enough because she's coming. Because she's coming to give them she's coming to give them craptastic advice to you too. I always told her. I told her she's gonna be nice to me. I was gonna help her. Now she's gonna keep our promises. She's gonna keep our promises.
And scene.
Oh my god.
The thing is, I was not half as crazy as that lady in that scene. If you guys want to watch it.
That's
Real
I was like
great.
screaming at the end, and I was like, maybe not.
Your hair's perfect though.
Yep. Hide it back halfway.
Good. Yeah, that movie seemed wild. There was also like the only other scene I had to pick from was like a very fake, like the girl finding the Ouija board and like from the attic, and she's like going onto her TikTok or whatever, being like, "Oh my god, I found this. Let's play with it." And then she's like doing a thing herself, and then she's like dead or something. I don't know.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, it was really awful.
What? The Ouija board movie wasn't good?
What?
I'm
Apparently
gonna
there
call
was
the
a
newspaper.
prequel movie that was better. So I don't know if it was actually good or not, but it was better than this one. Oh,
You did a Ouija board once with a friend, and I was like, this is weird. It doesn't feel like it's working. And I think she was pushing it, so we'll see.
That's how it works. Maybe a ghost was pushing it.
I was trying to believe.
It's probably a ghost.
Maybe.
I've never had a Ouija board.
I used it once, and it was like kind of the same thing, except both of us were more. Neither one of us would push it, so nothing happened because you have to push it because it's not fucking real. Sorry, swear.
Wow. Somebody is forceful about how much they don't care for ghosts.
nothing produced by Hasbro is gonna.
What? I don't know. They probably got a game or two that's haunted.
I want it to be chiseled by witches from an old tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, what are we getting, Dana?
Okay, let's see. We got object ashtray. Oh, that was from the last one. Never mind. Okay.
I don't.
Seats.
I scrolled up too high. Okay, thing you call an authority, Your Highness. Way to say you're in love. Got it bad. Way to refer to your daughter, Mini-Me. Food, chicken tikka masala.
I almost bought that for dinner.
Thing you do with someone you love, gain weight.
Aww.
That's true. It's true.
Thanks.
Location, hot tub.
Ooh.
Drink, Kool-Aid.
Keep
Location, Marco's creepy shed.
It's not creepy.
Uh.
It's wonderful and nice.
It's adorable.
Food, Hot Pockets. Food, brown batter waffles. Ooh.
What's that?
Or no, she said brownie. So it's brownie batter waffles. Oh my God, that sounds
That
fantastic.
doesn't sound like waffles. That just sounds like brownies you put in the waffle maker.
And then you can use them for like ice cream sundaes and put ice cream on top, and then ice cream would get in the waffle hole. That sounds magical.
You don't get to call things waffles just because you put them in the waffle maker.
But it's a waffle maker, so it
Put
makes
it in there
waffles.
and it makes it a waffle.
It makes it a waffle.
It's in the name, Marco.
I don't know about this.
What do you mean, Coreen?
I just enjoy things that Marco feels so passionately about. I want a whole list of things that Marco cares deeply about.
Everybody agrees.
We do. You bought me one.
Missy says that she needs this. Jennifer Steffen says, "Ooh, sounds awesome."
People are in. I think I've got everything I need.
Beck says that
I don't know.
if you call them waffles, it can be breakfast for dinner.
Oh, get ready. What?
Not wrong.
Adrian forgot she's in the thing next.
Yeah, Adrian.
With your explanation.
Oh, she's gonna take half an hour with her explaining what the movie is.
Are you ready, Coreen?
It's a very long thing. Okay, Charlie, you also need to come too for the next scene. Okay. Now, our next scene is a very brief scene from 2014's Battleship. Because based off of the YouTube clips that I saw, I am not convinced that there's any actual dialogue in this movie. I am pretty sure it is just exploding ships and Rihanna for 2 hours. The game Battleship was invented as a pencil and paper game during World War I.
What?
And became the plastic board game we all know in 1967. Now, the movie plot. Lieutenant Hopper is a weapons officer on board the destroyer USS John Paul Jones. That's the name of the ship. While his older brother is the commanding officer of the USS Sampson. But alien invaders have arrived on Earth with plans to steal Earth's resources. What? I bet you didn't see aliens coming in the adaptation of a World War II pencil game. That's what happens. So when a confrontation with the invaders knocks out the Navy's radar capability, American and Japanese forces must work together to find a way to save the planet. Oh, now in our scene, Hopper has saved the planet, as he does, with help from Rihanna, maybe. I don't know. I didn't watch it. But now he is asking the Admiral, played by Liam Neeson, if he can marry his daughter. And if you were wondering, Liam Neeson's daughter is not Rihanna, just so you know. But she's in the movie. I don't know why. Okay, that's what we've got for you here. So if Charlie and Adrian are ready. You got it, Liam.
Oh, fancy. Oh, dang it, he's got a hat. I'm so jealous.
That's a pretty good hat.
And action.
Your Highness,
What is it?
I want you to know that I've got it bad with Sam. And I'm asking your permission to gain weight with your daughter.
No.
Thank you, Your Highness. I mean, it's... What? No. Your Highness, I saved the hot tub.
Saving the hot tub is one thing, Hopper. My mini-me is quite another.
But...
No. No means no, Hopper. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm late for lunch. I think I will have Hot Pockets. Kool-Aid.
Hot Pockets, Your Highness.
Come along, Hopper. We'll discuss the terms of your surrender over a Hot Pocket. And
Yes,
brownie
Your
batter
Highness.
waffles.
Yes, Your Highness.
And scene.
That's great.
Delightful, guys. Delightful.
Apparently, we hire our admirals right out of Ireland.
I know. Liam Neeson is pretty funny. From what I understand, though, there's like this movie looks really stupid, but there's a part apparently in the movie where they say we can't figure out where the aliens are, and they can't figure out where we are, so we need to make a grid pattern and shoot at that. And I was sort of like, now I want to see it. That's kind of awesome that you actually made it the board game.
Like the one nod to the board game.
Did you?
They're supposed to
They
be
look
like
good.
this.
Oh, they
They're supposed to
are.
be
You
like
made them
this.
back. You did.
Okay.
What rank are you even being?
I don't know. I was like 2 stripes and a star.
Yeah.
Construction
You're
paper.
supposed to be a lieutenant, I think, but also like his brother dies and a bunch of people die, and then he's like in charge and has to decide what to do. In a different clip that I watched,
Oh,
but that's not it. I just kept being like, "Is that Rihanna?"
Rihanna is in the movie.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm still freaked out by the whole fact that it was a pencil game.
Yeah, if you Wikipedia it shows the paper.
Ah, cool. We had it surprisingly in our house. I don't know how we ended up with the fancy version, but we had a
Oh,
like that.
really?
Whoa.
We had like battleship, so you could like do the thing and you plug in the coordinates of where you're trying to do, and it does like the missile sound, and then if it hits the boat, it makes the missile blow up or the sound of the blow up. It's pretty
I remember the ads for that one. We had the regular one, but it was always like, oh, that one's so cool.
I think we didn't have much anything, but we definitely had board games for some reason.
Oh. I had to look it up because I had forgotten. I was like, why is the ship named after the bass player for Led Zeppelin? And it turns out that's an important American figure I should probably know about.
Who?
John Paul Jones.
Isn't that the guy from The Bachelor?
Yeah.
Or The Bachelorette?
Dana with her.
I think you're all right.
Correct times 3.
John Paul Jones is in Led Zeppelin, and apparently is important to the American Revolution.
Just like Davy Jones Lager. Oh my God! Did you know he used to be a guy from the Monkees? I don't.
Ah, yes,
Right?
that's why David Bowie is named David Bowie, because his real name is Davy Jones.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so he picked the name Bowie because it's the knife.
And then
Nice.
there's E Stardust. It's all weird.
Names are fun.
This sounds like as good a time as any to encourage everybody to come see a show this weekend, maybe.
Are there any good ones with people we
There's
might know?
People we like.
It's happening tomorrow, and I don't remember what they are. Oh, Hypothetics,
I can tell you.
the Improv. Is that
Yep.
Hypothetics, and then we've got Trash Movie Improv, and then there's a show, called The Feature with Graciela Hamilton, who interviews 2 comedians, stand-up comedians. And then Saturday we have Screen Time with these ladies, and then Lady Business, guest with this lady, and Anti-Cooperation, guesting with this lady because she's got to hog the entire thing.
I'm maybe we'll see if I'm performing in Screen Time. Hopefully not, because that's too much improvising for my brain to handle for 3.5 hours straight. But you should come and watch and laugh for a long time and come see the shows. But yeah, I'm super excited about shows this weekend.
Yeah.
Coreen's
What
pretty
are you getting,
good.
Dana?
Oh, we're getting all sorts of fun words. Okay. Guilty pleasure activity. Watching The Bachelor.
Can't that just be a pleasure activity? Can't you just enjoy it?
No, because it's
Because
terrible.
Especially The Bachelor. The Bachelorette can be occasionally fun. The Bachelor is pure torture the entire season.
Right.
Is it?
They pick the stupidest dudes and then the producers manipulate everyone. It is a trash nightmare, but it's
If you
so
spend
funny
it
But
to
you've been
talking
watching it for
about
like
it
20
now.
years at this point? Hasn't The Bachelor been on for like 20 years?
Yeah.
Because it's fun to message Dana and be like, what is wrong with humanity every week? We have
Right.
that same conversation. What else we got, Dana?
Why are men so dumb? Oh, The Bachelor.
Bunch of douche canoes. Ah!
Right? Thinking with the wrong head. Guilty pleasure hobby, spinning fibers into yarn. Oh, wait, no. I was reading the bullet.
What?
Getting ice cream. You don't be guilty about that. Ice cream's magical. This one, classy hobby, spinning fibers into yarn. Okay.
I feel so guilty every time I say, kids, I can't play with you right now. I have to spin yarn.
Making yarn, you're like, I can't believe I'm doing this.
No, that's classy, not guilty. There we go.
Yep.
Card game, Sushi Go.
That sounds awesome. I don't even know what that is. Do we have
awesomes?
Last name, Cook.
Yes. Do we have classy hobbies?
Adrian and Marco, have you played the card game Cat Lady?
Yes. Wait, we've played the board game Cat Lady. It is a never-ending nightmare.
Negative
whatever the rules
adjective.
are, it's like you can never win. It's like you have to have all the cats, and it's like some ungodly number, and it takes like hours. We were like, this is so ridiculous.
It's like Monopoly.
Okay.
There's no ending it.
Thing you do when you judge someone, give them the once over. Thing you learn in elementary school, sharing is caring.
Or run over and get the best toy first.
Classy activity, croquet.
That's a classy activity.
We
do have croquet.
We have a croquet set if anybody would like to play croquet with us.
Thing you learn in elementary school, school sucks. And yes, I would love to play croquet.
I went to a tournament.
Last name, McFarlane.
What? That's a family name of my family.
Celebrity, Will Smith.
Ah, yep.
Oh, well.
Oh, it's so topical.
Card game, Crazy Eights.
Oh, that one's fun.
Missy says that she had such a crush on Davy Jones. That's very cute.
No.
Activity,
No.
knitting
that's not cute.
doilies.
Reed says no. Knitting doilies. Oh, that's cool.
Lace doilies.
What do you do with doilies?
Dana.
What? What do you need?
One more activity, Dana.
And one more activity.
What are we doing?
Activity.
Oh, no.
Am I related to Missy O'Malley, guys? I need to know this now. Missy, we got to figure this out.
Because we have guilty pleasure activities and classy activities.
Sure.
Going to a charity ball is a classy one, and then just knitting doilies is just an activity.
Got it. We're gonna.
It can be a
It can
guilty.
be classy. Why isn't that classy?
It could also be very guilt-inducing, though. I mean, let's be
I
honest.
can't believe I'm knitting doilies instead of helping the poor.
Okay, everybody, let's go with our next film. Okay, next up is 1993's chess classic, Searching for Bobby Fischer. We all know chess. It emerged in Southern Europe in the second half of the 15th century. This abstract strategy game is probably the most popular board game played by millions of people worldwide. The movie plot. After he beats his dad in a chess match, 7-year-old Josh gets noticed for his talent. He becomes interested in speed chess at the park and learns the game from a hustler named Vinny. However, Josh's parents invest in the services of Bruce, good name, a famous coach who has a very different practices. Between Bruce's methods and the stress of competitions, Josh learns that even a chess prodigy cannot make all the right moves. Now, in our scene, Jess's teacher expresses her concerns to Josh's parents over his dedication to chess, distracting him from his schoolwork and his social relationships. Josh's dad isn't having it and tells her to fiddle fork off. Alrighty, let me get my background up. Okay, we ready, everybody?
Oh, yeah.
Is Josh falling behind with his sharing is caring studies?
He is, but I'm more concerned about other things like his friendships.
There's a problem there?
There could be.
Well, is there or isn't there?
Mr. Cook, I'm sure he's very good at this chess thing, but that isn't really the issue.
Chess thing?
I'm sorry?
Chess thing.
I'm sure he's good at it, but it worries me. If I could make an analogy, it was like, say, oh, I don't know, cards, like Sushi Go.
Sushi Go.
For instance.
Sushi Go.
Fred, listen.
Bonnie, she's comparing chess to Sushi Go. What am I supposed to say to that?
She's trying to make a point. Maybe we should listen. Like, Will Smith thinks he's spending too much time at it, too.
Will Smith? Will Smith also goes watching The Bachelor thing. Supposed to listen to their opinion, too? I'm sorry, your analogy is very petulant. is a very petulant one. If you want to make a comparison to something, compare it to something that makes sense. Compare it to math or croquet or spinning fiber into yarn, because otherwise it belittles him and it belittles me.
I don't mean to belittle you.
Oh, but you are. Even the way you're giving them the once-over.
Mr. Cook, I think perhaps...
I'll tell you how good he is. He's better at this than I've ever been at knitting doilies in my life. He's better at this than you'll ever be at getting ice cream. Or anything for that matter. My son has a gift. He has a gift, and once you acknowledge that, maybe we'll have something to talk about.
Oh, snap. And seed.
Yeah. Yes. It's Fat Tony. Every time I see him, it's like it's Joe Montana. He's Fat Tony on The Simpsons.
Okay, you know?
He was on Criminal Minds.
Mm-hmm.
I never learned how to play chess. No.
Ever?
What?
Never.
Wow.
I mean, I know the basics of like how things work, but I choose to only play games that I'm good at. And so, you know.
I feel like it takes way too much time to be really good at chess, and I just don't care that much.
Yes. That.
Yeah, I think I tried to teach myself once, and I was like, this is bullshit. And then I had no one to play with, so I was like, this is double bullshit. And then I just never learned.
Jack enjoys chess, though. He likes to play with my brother. So that's
Yeah.
cute.
I'll play Jack.
Yeah.
You just want to find someone you can beat.
I don't. Jack's old enough. He might actually be able to start beating me. What is he? How old is Jack now? Like 8?
Yeah.
Yep.
8.
Eight's when you can start beating adults who aren't terribly proficient. Because I
Well,
used to beat adults sometimes.
I don't know that he has that level of skill.
Okay.
Adrian's gonna be like, "Bam, one, and like standing over him.
Checkmate.
What are you gonna do?
Checkmate.
What are you gonna do?"
Ah! Didn't see that.
Oh, jeez, Tina.
Way to spoil the
I mean, come on. Like, nobody has an idea about what was going to be next. Start.
Getting Dana.
Okay.
Ruined the surprise.
Let's see. Food you despise. Acorn squash.
We're learning a
Female
lot about Missy tonight.
female celebrity Joan Rivers. Room in a huge house, a turret.
Ooh,
Female celebrity Megan the Stallion.
What is it? The turret, though? Is that where the gun is? The
Type
shoot-
of doctor, fertility doctor,
It's like a tower.
or psychiatrist. Room in a huge house, a sauna.
Ooh, I know what that one is.
Tool, a socket wrench. Type of doctor, neurologist. Food you despise, sauerkraut.
It's reasonable.
Profession, a dog walker. Person who solves crimes, a private dick. Profession, a janitor.
I know that.
Jack, why are you singing outside the door?
What's he singing?
I don't know. I love you, bud.
It's just like, if I could turn back time.
So that's all the words we have. What do you need? Oh, here we go. Object. Lotion bottle.
Very specific. You can't take those on an airplane, right?
That should be under certain size.
4 ounces.
Weapon. A katana.
Ooh. That's what. Oh, did I ask you? I don't
Object.
think I did, Coreen. I wanted to.
Fabric
Is that-
shoes.
do you have a shirt for each one of your kids so they can all be the Ninja Turtles? Because you shared a video of one kid as a Ninja Turtle and like, she's got 4 kids. Oh my God, they're all boys. They can be the Ninja Turtles.
I really tried to sell that for Halloween last year, and Jack was like, no.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
They're too young to do it. They have to be teenagers. So you
Yeah.
have time.
Mhm.
True.
They also have to be mutants. You'll have to
Profession.
figure that out.
Cosmetologist. Do you know actually if you have blue eyes, you're a mutant? Because supposedly all blue-eyed people come from the same mutation.
It's
Oh.
not quite the same as being a Ninja Turtle and having Vanilla Ice sing at you, but it's close.
Dana, I need a location. I need a couple more large rooms in a house and a tool that's not a wrench. You don't know what you would do.
I wonder why. Why can't it be that?
Location. From previous one, we have Marco's creepy shed.
Oh,
We need more of a huge room. Let's see. We still just have turret and sauna.
Dana, give me another room in a large house.
Ooh, the sex dungeon.
The humidor.
Marco just said the humidor.
But sex dungeon's way better.
No, I need
That mansion
not
that was on
French.
sale for that had a sex dungeon or whatever.
Ooh, a handsaw.
Oh, nice. And a weapon that shoots.
Ooh, we don't have a weapon that shoots yet.
Dana, give me a weapon that shoots.
A blow dart gun.
Nice.
Nice.
No, I'm sure nobody knows what movie we're doing.
Grand finale.
I'm sorry.
No, they would know from I needed many large rooms and many weapons, so I'm sure they can guess. Okay, our last scene of the night is 1985's Clue. What a shocker! Clue, or Cluedo as it's known in the rest of the world, is a murder mystery game that was devised in 1943 by British board game designer Anthony E. Pratt. The object of the game is to determine who murdered the game's victim, where the crime took place, and which weapon was used. My parents have vowed to never play this game with me again because I confused and upset them so severely with my exceptionally logical strategy, and they're still mad about it and bring it up every so often today. But they're in Yosemite, so they're not watching this. So, ha! Okay. Movie plot. This comedy begins at a dinner party hosted by Mr. Body, where he admits to blackmailing his visitors. These guests have been given the aliases of the classic board game characters. When Body turns up murdered, all are suspects. And together they try to figure out who is the killer. In our scene, all the shit is hitting the fan as Wadsworth explains the many murders that happened in different rooms of the mansion, committed by different people, and with, what do you know, a bunch of different weapons. It is wild that could happen. I forgot to put my costume on while we were talking. Okay. Fortunately, I need this wig back on again. We'll see if that works out for me this time or not.
That's cut.
Darn those bra hooks.
Yeah, right.
Wig bra hooks.
Okay. Charlie, you ready? Okay. I was kind of excited about these backgrounds, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm kind of sad that I don't have this. All right.
Yes.
Yes. Oh. Sorry, didn't mean to frighten anyone.
You're a bit late for that.
And then there were 3 more murders.
So who did it?
Let's consider each murder one by one. Professor Plum, you knew that Mr. Body was still alive. Even fertility doctors can tell the difference between patients who are alive or dead. You fired the gun at him in the dark and missed, so you pretended he was dead. And that's how you were able to kill him later, unobserved.
That's right. He was the missing person in the kitchen after we found the dog walker dead.
But he was with us in the sauna when we found Joan Rivers was screaming, and if that's when the dog walker was killed, how did he do it?
I didn't.
You don't expect us to believe that, do you?
I expect Mrs. Peacock to believe it. Mrs. Peacock killed the dog walker. She used to be her dog walker, and she informed on her to Mr. Body. But she made one fatal mistake. Sitting here at dinner, Mrs. Peacock told us that she was eating one of her favorite recipes. And acorn squash, though popular in Marco's creepy shed cuisine, is not often to be found in Washington, D.C. But Colonel Mustard, When we saw the janitor at the front door, you took the key to the weapons cupboard out of my pocket. Then you suggested that we all split up. You separated from Miss Scarlet, crossed the hall, opened the cupboard, took the handsaw, ran to the conservatory, entered the lounge through the secret passage, killed the janitor with a blow on the head. Like that.
This is incredible.
Not so incredible as to what happened next. After we all split up again, I went upstairs with you. Yes, you, Mrs. White. And while I was in the turret, you hurried downstairs and you turned off the electricity. You got the lotion bottle from the open weapon cupboard. You throttled Joan Rivers. And you were jealous that your husband was stooping Joan Rivers. And that's why you killed him too.
Yes, I did it. I killed Joan Rivers. I hated her so much. It flames on the sides of my face. Breathing, heaving breaths, heaving.
While you were in the sauna, Miss Scarlet seized the opportunity and under the cover of darkness, got to the sex dungeon where she hit the cop, whom she'd been bribing, on the head with the katana. True or false?
True. Who are you? Private Dick?
So it must have been Mr. Green who shot the singing telegram.
I didn't do it,
Well, there's nobody else left.
but I didn't do it. The blow dart gun is missing. Whoever's got the blow dart gun shot the girl.
I shot her.
You? And scene. Oh my, Mark, the acorn squash would be popular in Marco's creepy shit.
Charming shit.
We have long debates about squash.
Yeah.
Also.
I like squash.
Awesome.
Oh my goodness. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us for this night of board games and ridiculousness. We are happy to have you here. We hope you'll join us again next week. You're all the best. And thank you everybody for doing the show with us. And good night. Mwah.